Well, I'm at the moment just stitching this new ribbon to this medal, but before we got to this stage, we catalogued all the medals. The many drawers full, but is now on the database for everybody to use.
We've had people from America and Canada, and so they're brought in here and showed the medals. So it's very important for that family to feel the medals are appreciated and well looked after. So this is why Penny is cleaning this one with acetone to get rid of whatever grime there is. Sometimes they're not dirty at all, but sometimes they're really grimy.
Sometimes they're really black.
This summer, the Rifles Museum in Salisbury is mounting a new exhibition to commemorate the 1812 battles in Canada. Wiltshire had one regiment there, the 49th, and as there are no uniforms remaining, they were all disintegrated, destroyed after the battle. We were asked if we would convert a jacket from another regiment to be the 49th. By sheer coincidence, I have a friend in Canada who was able to put us in touch with a supplier of military equipment, was able to provide us with this regimental lace and buttons which say the 49th. So it has been quite a labour of love because we're working through 4 layers of thick material, a nightmare putting the buttons back on, and even more of a nightmare to sew the sleeves, having removed the wings on there. So I'm standing in the entrance to the Rifles Museum, and this is where NADFAS had its first project here. We were asked to make replica banners, regimental banners, depicting the 3 regiments. The patterns for the banners were made or given to us by the National Army Museum, and we then had to source the materials appropriate to the design. These were worked on sometimes in the museum, but sometimes at home by the group, and I think are quite unique.
The Army Museum's Eggelby Trust, or AMROT as we usually call it, was set up in 1954 by Colonel Robert Eggelby with a generous charitable endowment. So all over the country we help to establish regimental museums in towns and villages. But the common denominator is the enthusiasm and the hard work of the people who run them. And that brings us into contact with organisations like NADFAS, and lots of the museums are extremely appreciative of what NADFAS volunteers have done for them. They've done lots of work with oral history projects, photographic collections, some archiving, and they've produced replica banners, such as here in Salisbury. They've worked on medal displays. It's almost endless, the things that NADFAS volunteers have done. And I know that the museums really appreciate what they get up to. I see no limit to it, really, other than letting people know what help is available and encourage them to take advantage of it.
But I suppose we're lucky because in the medal room downstairs, we've got all the details of the people who won the Victoria Cross.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And that's very moving. Very moving. Yeah. And it's nice to see them so well displayed, especially when the families come.
It's a nice little social morning.
Yes. So our Heritage Volunteer group has been made so welcome by this museum, and we really feel that we are making a difference in conserving our past for the future generations. It is great fun.